The issue, as you all know, is that we had a crisis with respect to the flow of legislation or proposed legislation to the National Assembly and therefore to the implementation process. We have had all the critical entities around the table and we have come to a set of agreements. The first of which is to agree on the chain, the critical path through which the process is supposed to flow. And the agreement is that we will have line ministries initiate the process, but at that point involve the public in participation, in consultation, and in stakeholder meetings. Then the result of that comes to the Attorney General, the Law Reform Commission, and the Commission on the Implementation of the Constitution, again with representation from the line ministries, so that they are formed as a joint meeting, at which point each of these entities will have their bite, so that the process, instead of going from one entity to the other and then back to the old entity that sent the document, they have one joint meeting, and then they send the document to Cabinet. We have also got the undertaking that Cabinet will take maximum 2 weeks to process this, and a minimum of 1 week. In the event that we have an emergency, we can have that shortened. We also agreed on a number of thorny issues with respect to the implementation process, a number of germane issues. One is, you all know that the process with respect to the setting up of the panel for the vetting of the judges collapsed recently. We agreed the best way to go forward, having debated the different causes of action, the best way to go forward is to get a very urgent amendment, of the bill, so that of the law, so that the time can be expanded and we can be within that vetting process. Then finally, on an issue that is really dear to us, on the issue of having women participate in this process, because we have had a situation where, through the experience we have had now for a couple of months, we have a situation where the number of women who apply for the constitutional offices is either non-existent or very low. We have looked at the reasons why those are, and I'll ask Millie to go into depth on this matter, but we feel that needs to be handled comprehensively, so that we have agreed on a number of steps to see how we can come over those.
Over the recent position that was advertised, that very few women, if I think maybe one or none applied. And that's not the first time this has happened. Even in the other position of the Chief Justice and others, we saw a similar trend. But we have acknowledged that this is a problem that stems from a history. And in trying to rectify that, we are putting a lot of things in place as a group and as Parliament specifically. And one of them is basically looking at even the vetting process. We are reviewing the vetting process so that there's certainty in terms of what questions we are asking. But over and above that, the Commission on Implementation and other bodies are going to hold public forum meetings. The Commission is actually holding a breakfast meeting on the 4th with professional women, because we know there are several qualified women. So we are basically urging them. I think what has some of the things that we have had in the past from women is that they say, because in their view these are political positions, that we only advertise for sure, but really that the positions are already filled. So what we are telling the women, the positions are not already filled. Can they please apply?